Okay, so here's another example of using the 5D process, otherwise known as the guess and check table, for solving a word problem. I'm going to go pretty quickly, so if you need to, please feel free to pause and rewind as many times as you need to. Alright, the base of a rectangle is 13 centimeters longer than the height. I think that is pretty important, so I'm going to highlight that as part of my describe. If the perimeter is 58 centimeters, I think that is pretty important too. Find the base and the height. Well, I am also going to draw a picture. We're talking about a rectangle here. And sometimes, especially when we're talking about perimeter, it's really nice to see a picture. Alright, so the base of the rectangle is 13 centimeters longer than the height, and the perimeter is 58. So here's the base. Here's the height. Maybe that'll help me out. Alright. I need to figure out which thing is going to be my guess. By the way, there's only two things that I need to know, and that's base and height. So I only need two columns. And it says the base is 13 centimeters longer than the height. So if I knew what the height was, I could then figure out the base. Okay? Another clue, a lot of times, whatever thing comes last, that might be what we're going to start guessing with. So I am going to guess the height. And I'm just going to use an H here for height since I don't have a whole lot of room. So the height is what I'm going to guess. I don't need to separate any more columns because all I need next is the base. So I have a lot of room here. Now, the way that I'm going to get the base is that it's 13 centimeters longer than the height. So I'm going to say my height plus 13 centimeters. That's how I'm going to get the base. And then to do, well, we know the perimeter is 58, so I need to figure out the perimeter. Now, how do I do that? This is the tricky part. For perimeter, I need to have the base plus the height plus the base plus the height again. So I'm going to do base plus height plus base plus the height again, and if I'm right, the perimeter should be equal to 58. Alright, so let's get started here. So to guess, let's see, I know I'm going to add all four sides. I'm just going to start with 10. I'm going to guess that the height is 10. And if the height is 10, the base is going to be 10 plus 13, which is 23. And now I need to do 23 plus 10 plus 23 plus 10, let's see, that's 20, 30, 40, 50, 66. So I am actually pretty close, but it's a little high. So maybe I'll go to 8 next. So if my base is 8, 8 plus 13 is going to be 21. And then 21 plus 8 plus 21 plus 8. Let's see, that's really like 29 plus 29, so that is 58, and look at that, I've got my answer. Now you need to pay attention to your teachers. Some teachers are going to say they want you to do 3 trials at the beginning just to be sure, so I'll do another one. Let's pick 5. If my base is 5, 5 plus 13 is 18, and then 18 plus 5 plus 18 plus 5. Notice I'm going to do 10, 5 plus 5 is 10. 18 plus 18 is 36. 36 plus 10 is 46, and that was too low. Still, I've got my answers right here. So I'm going to write the declare. I am going to say the height is 8. Notice I'm going to write here centimeters. The base is 21 centimeters. And that would be my final answer.